I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say the Flashforge Creator 5 might be everything I've ever wanted in a budget tool changer. Because until recently, machines like this were expensive, complicated, and completely out of reach for most people. But Flashforge might have just changed that. What's up everyone? Welcome back to the Printasaurus. I'm Aaron, and guess what? Flashforge's Creator 5 is out. It is here. Flashforge provided this. We're gonna dive right into it, and we're gonna approach this just like I like to do, Printasaurus style, and that means straight out of the box. What are you, the user, gonna expect? Are there any hidden surprises? All that good stuff. Can we print with it right away? That's what we're gonna do today. So let's get right into it. So as far as setup goes, this thing was really pretty simple. It is pretty much completely assembled out of the box. You have your tool head assembly, so you have 4 tool heads up top here. You do have to clip that in place, and the tool heads themselves are held in. There's some pins and they're magnetically held in place. You have to put on your front screen, undo some bolts in the bed, attach your spool holders. So there are a couple screws that you have to secure, and I dropped one in the printer. A little bit of a hard time getting it out. So we found our screw, we got everything secured, and now we are ready to move on to powering up our printer and getting this thing closer to actually being able to print with. Power is located on the right side of the unit. If you're looking at it, it is accessible, easy to get to. So go ahead and power that on, and then we're gonna move into utilizing that LCD screen. Now this LCD screen is a step up from prior Flashforge models. This one is responsive, it is nice, it is on par with what is out there on the market today. All right, so we've got our Creator 5 powered on, and we're gonna be greeted with our language. So we can hit next for that. Then we gotta set up what looks like our Wi-Fi. So pretty straightforward stuff so far. I'm gonna block the screen, you guys probably don't need to see my password, right? So there's a QR code that will come up. You will bind your printer using your phone, and then you're ready to move on to the calibration. The calibration takes about 30 to 40 minutes. Flashforge has done a good job making this as easy as possible out of the box to get going. So enough about setup. Why don't we jump straight into our first print? It's a 24-hour print. Apollo 11 glove is what I ended up doing. This is what it looks like. I'll tell you all about it. So this is the Apollo 11 glove. It turned out fantastic. I loaded this in my slicer, which is a Orca skinned Flashforge Studio. Very easy to use, especially if you're used to Orca slicers. It is pretty much the same thing. I couldn't print this at full scale. We are limited on the Creator 5 to a 256 by 256 by 256 build volume. If you are familiar with those bamboo style printers, the X1, X2, P1, P2, you know what I'm talking about. Same build volume. So the Apollo 11 glove was our first project. Split it in 2 sections. The top half was a 3-color print. I went with blue, gray, and white. And then the bottom half, obviously you can see here is the white. So that was printed separately. And I am blown away at how well this printer did with no tuning, no adjustments, nothing. I did run out of filament, so we were able to test the runout sensor. And guess what? That also performed the way it's supposed to. I didn't have any layer shifts. I didn't have any issues. This is a manual process when it comes to loading and unloading your filament. So on your tool head, you have a filament cutter. Press on that and it cuts your filament. Pull out your filament, load your new reel, and you'll follow the on-screen prompts. But no issues with the runout sensor. It detected everything. It was fine. And I am blown away that I've got a replica Apollo 11 glove, and I mean, it looks real, especially from a distance. You look at this thing and you're going to think it's the real thing. This printer did fantastic with our first test print. So next up, I did a Dr. Doom comic. A link for this is also down below. I printed this back to back. I really wanted to see and test how well the Flashforge performed under a long period of printing. This was a 2-piece print, so we printed the back plate separately, and then we did Dr. Doom here on the front. Dr. Doom is actually 5 colors, so we're going to talk about how I achieved that. I didn't have any issues, layers nice and flat, no color bleeding or anything. It just worked. So this is starting to become a trend with this printer, which is awesome because this printer is $6.99 and it has 4 tool heads and it's faster than some of the bamboo printers out there. Dr. Doom here, I mentioned, was 5 colors. So how did I do that? In Flash Studio, went in and I set a pause. So I looked at the layers and how it was printed, and I found towards the top layer, I was able to swap out the black and swap in yellow, and I was able to complete this print using 5 colors instead of the 4 available. Definitely going to hang this on my wall in the background. I'm going to print a couple more of these too. Links to everything I print is down below. This is a multi-material, multi-color printer, right? So we have to have that multi-material test print as well. Covered the 2 others. This guy here is a tribal Donatello bust, and the bandana is actually TPU. So typically they don't stick together, but I let the slicer do its thing with the infill settings and everything. And the black and the green are PLA. And the TPU, it's cool. Like if you press on the bandana, you know, it actually presses in and everything. And it adds like a little bit of a different element. It has been a really good printer. And this guy here is another example with multi-material, what you can do. And it is so cool that there's a printer that's $699 out there that is competitive and performs just as good as some of those high-end printers at a fraction of the price. That link is down below if you want to pick one up. So make sure you check that out. But I'm having a hard time not recommending this printer. The tool heads, I didn't really cover the filament swap, so I've been timing this. We're at about 7 seconds, so it is pretty fast. It's on par with the U1, which is great. So all in all, I am blown away with this printer in general. It has done a great job. I think Flashforge really brought this out competitively. That $699 price point right now, it's a deal. It's a fantastic deal. There's a link for that down below. If you guys are interested, make sure you use that link. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'm going to put this guy against the U1 next. We're going to see how that turns out. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you guys are going to pick one of these up, let me know about it.